Imagine standing at the edge of an endless ocean with nowhere to turn. Behind you, the thunder of approaching chariots fills the air as the world's most powerful army closes in. Ahead lies a vast expanse of water, silent and unyielding. You're trapped, desperate, and questioning every choice that led you here. But then, something extraordinary happens. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel where we explore life's issues through the wisdom of the Bible. Today we are looking at the story of Moses, parting the Red Sea and leading the Israelites out of Egypt. Over 400 years. That's how long the Israelites lived in Egypt, enslaved under the cruel rule of Pharaoh. Every cry for freedom seemed to be met with silence, until one man chosen by God emerged from the wilderness with a mission that seemed impossible. Moses. God heard the cries of his people and sent Moses to lead them out of Egypt. But freedom would not come easily. As Moses boldly approached Pharaoh with God's command, "Let my people go," Pharaoh's heart hardened. Plague after plague struck Egypt, demonstrating God's unmatched power. And yet Pharaoh resisted until one night when the final plague swept through the land, breaking Pharaoh's defiance. And so, the Israelites left Egypt, free at last. They followed Moses into the wilderness, guided by God himself in the form of a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. But soon Pharaoh's heart hardened once more. He unleashed his army, the strongest in the world at that time, to hunt them down. Imagine the panic. An unarmed group of former slaves now faced an approaching army of chariots and soldiers. Trapped between Pharaoh's forces and the Red Sea, they cried out in fear, doubting God's plan. Moses stood firm, declaring, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." In that moment, their faith was put to the test. Would they trust in God's promise or succumb to fear? In one of the most extraordinary moments in history, Moses obeyed God's command and stretched out his staff over the sea. Suddenly, the impossible happened. The waters divided, revealing dry ground. The Israelites walked through the sea, not on muddy terrain, but on firm land, with walls of water towering beside them. Pharaoh's army pursued them relentlessly, but as soon as the last Israelite stepped to safety, Moses once again stretched out his staff. The waters crashed down, sweeping away the chariots and soldiers. This was more than a miracle. It was proof of God's sovereign power and his unwavering love for his people. He made a way when there was no way, reminding us that he is in control even when the situation seems hopeless. The story of the Red Sea isn't just history, it's a reminder of God's power in our own lives. Here are 3 lessons we can carry with us. Lesson 1. God has a plan even when we can't see it. Just like the Israelites, we often feel trapped, but God's perspective is greater than ours and his timing is always perfect. Lesson 2. Faith unlocks the miracle. The sea didn't part until Moses obeyed God's command. In our lives, faith means taking steps forward even when the outcome isn't clear. Lesson 3. God fights for us. The same God who defeated Pharaoh's army is the God who fights your battles today. No problem is too big for his power. Think of someone lost in the wilderness at night, unable to see the path ahead. Each step feels risky, but as the sun rises, the way becomes clear. Trust in God is like walking in the dark, knowing the light will come. The parting of the Red Sea reminds us that God's love, power, and plans are as true today as they were thousands of years ago. But this story also challenges us. How are we trusting God in our lives right now? Maybe you're standing at your own Red Sea moment, unsure of the way forward. Remember, the God who parted the sea is the same God who can part obstacles in your life. Take time today to reflect on his promises, read his word, and trust him with your worries. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs encouragement. Join us in spreading the message of God's unfailing love. Subscribe to our channel and share your own story in the comments below. No matter how impossible your circumstances may seem, remember this: the God who parts seas still makes miracles happen. Trust in him and watch him work wonders in your life. Remember, God is always working behind the scenes in your life. Keep trusting him and watch what he does next. See you in the next video. God bless. Until then, stay blessed.